You are tuned in to 50/50 News on the House of the Princess channel, hosted by Princess AV, featuring world, local, celebrity, and YouTube news. Be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell as I give you the traditional news with a small twist of ratchet. Let's go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the House of the Princess with your host, Princess AV. I am here with the news today, okay? Where we give you 100% news with just a small twist of ratchet. So I thank you, everybody that's coming in and those that will come in and those that are watching on the replay. And as you do so, excuse me, a little off today. As you come in today, I ask that you stop and you press the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so we can work with inching our way and do me inching and working. And I'm the little engine that could working our way up to 10,000 subscribers. That's my goal in the next 4 or 5 months. So I need you to help me to do so. Also, don't forget to join the channel. That's a way to support the channel, okay? Your membership will have benefits and you can become a card-carrying legal citizen of the House of the Princess. It helps keep everything going and it helps me do the things and give you the content that I know that you love to see, such as the news. Also, feel free to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat, support me, support this channel so I can keep being up here and giving you what it needs to be gave, okay? So as you know, we got the announcements down. Also, I have more announcements later. We do have our contest going on, our Valentine's Day contest. Look, I need single people to get in on this. Y'all is not doing what needs to be done, okay? Go ahead and get in on this singles contest. We're going to have our Palace Connection, and that's our version of Love Connection, okay? We're trying to get you a boo. Y'all complain y'all ain't got no boo. Come on in the house, okay? And get you one. Also, the singles and the couples contest is in effect. So feel free to DM, email me, all of this stuff. This is how you contact me, talk to me, all that good stuff. So I thank all y'all for coming in. I thank you for your support. And I hope that you got some good Bailey's Irish cream or you got your water over by the water cooler, okay? Because we're going to chit chat about what's going on in the community. And I'm going to try to breeze past this as quick as possible because I know we got things to do. Okay? So aside from that, and I want to upload something on here just really quick. Give me 1 second. And then we can get down to business. Okay. So this is what happens when your host is the producer, the designer, and all that good stuff, all's in one. Okay. So our first story. Where's my notes? I got my phone here, but I don't have my notes here. And I do literally write notes, folks. So, oh shoot. You know what? I'm really messing up because I got something new for you. And I just realized it. So I'm gonna do it one at a time as we get it going. We are going into our first segment of 50/50 News. And guess what? I got something new for you. And that is it's local news. I'll try to do things differently here today. I told y'all I'm gonna be doing the thing, okay? I'm gonna be moving forward and doing better things. So yes, our first our first story is local news for those who are here every time. And hey, New Zealand is ready for the news. Yes, shouts out to New Zealand is in the building. I love you so much. Okay, no, I don't want that. That's like 10 minutes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that works. And I appreciate anybody that's watching overseas. Okay, it makes me feel good. So my members are in the building, and like I said, you could be a member too. So our first story is oh, I'm not finna do this with you today, Drea. Our first story today is about the retail theft. We're touching up and touching back. Remember, I told y'all that the plug got caught, and y'all have reported on some of the retail thefts and the smash and grabs that have happened in the city of Chicago. Well, now they have got your ass, okay? It's another video that I won't play. I will give more detail, but it was 21 minutes long. And if I do, I'm just have to go play a little piece of it. I think I might do that. Okay, but the first one is about retail theft in Chicago. So here we go. Fox 32 News is in the building. Yes, God. Let me see. Do I like doing it that way? No, because I like to see myself. But here we go.
Bond is set at $500,000 for a Chicago woman accused in the smash and grab at the Neiman Marcus in Oak Brook. Prosecutors say Terry Collins worked with two others to steal high-end coats worth more than $17,000.
The DuPage County State's Attorney says crimes like that will be met with the full force of the law. As Sally Schulze reports, there is a new push to strengthen Illinois law to fight organized retail crime.
The number of smash and grabs keeps growing, and retailers say Chicago stands at the epicenter of this nationwide disturbance.
Despite the hundreds of millions Illinois retailers spend on security every year, we see the result of this unchecked plague everywhere.
Now, the Illinois Retail Merchants Association and the Attorney General want legislation called the Organized Retail Crime Act, which would come at this problem from several angles.
Our goal is to disrupt the criminal enterprises that engage in organized retail crime and send a message to the criminal operations that we will identify them and end the destruction they cause to our communities.
Kwame Raoul says we can't treat this like misdemeanor shoplifting anymore. Dangerous crime rings organize these thefts, then often resell the goods to fund drug and human trafficking. Included in his proposal is statewide intelligence gathering, strengthening victims' rights, oversight of websites where stolen goods are sold, and giving prosecutors new tools to nab these bad guys, even across jurisdictions.
We must ensure that prosecutors have the resources and the reach needed to hold perpetrators of these complex crimes accountable.
This proposal would also dedicate money to both prosecute and investigate these crimes. Now, it's just a proposal at this point. It has not been introduced as a law. Reporting downtown, Sally Schulze, Fox 32, Chicago.
Okay, so why is she hollering? And y'all didn't tell me that I had the echo going on. I'm sorry about the echo, y'all. But again, they're saying it's a proposal, okay? It's not why they do a wig like that. Not coming up yet. I did see the wig. I wanted to talk about the wig, but I'm like, girl, you know, when I went and did my little mug shot, I had my little you know, my makeup. So I was on my way to work, so I don't know, but yes, her wig does look a hot mess like that. I don't know what that was about. Maybe she was tussling with the police. And that's all I can say. I'm getting sidetracked here because y'all tickling me, and this whole situation tickles me. And I'm steady looking at this girl in her hair like this. It's a hot... I can't with y'all. It's too early. Okay, it's good. Yes, you stealing with a pink wig. This is Chicago. Welcome. Okay. They are doing the smash and grabs, and it's bad when the women's, and I'm gonna say women's, like Caldwell, when the women's is out here doing it. Okay, but they done got your ass. I'm going to play this next video really quick. And like I said, y'all didn't even tell me the echo was there, but I fixed it. I'm going to play this part because it's going to talk about him finding the ringleader of the stuff.
Targeted by Harper and his accomplices were located in the following locations: 6100 block of West Diverse, November 26, 2021. The 1500 block of North Cicero, November 26.
He's out there out west, and West Side people did this.
West Division, November 26, 2021. The 3900 block of West Diverse, December 8,
Diversity, not Diverse. Tell he ain't from Chicago.
December 28, 2021. The 2900 block of North Broadway, January 6, 2022, and the 400 block of West Belmont, January 6, 2022. Harper, at the time of his arrest, had 4 active warrants for his arrest, 3 in Cook County and 1 in Lake County. And he is also suspected in dozens of additional burglaries involving electronics and clothes across Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. A co-offender of Harper's has been previously arrested in an incident where stolen Burberry merchandise was recovered and returned to the store. There will be more charges and arrests to come in this case. We're going to arrest Harper's crew. This news comes on the heels of last week's arrest and charging of Carlos Valiant, as you remember, of Hammond, Indiana, who was one of the main men responsible for a smash and grab burglary at an auto dealership in the 800 block of North Rush Street. Valiant, on December 11, and other offenders entered the auto dealership, smashed a glass case, and forcibly removed 5 watches worth an estimated $1 million.
We reported on that here.
Chicago Police Department detectives coordinated with the Hammond Police Department and obtained an arrest warrant and arrested Carlos Valiant without incident. That's Valiant spelled Valliant, Valiant. On February 3rd, Valiant was extradited to Chicago from Indiana and charged with a Class 1 felony for theft up to $1 million and a Class 2 felony for burglary. Both of these arrests and charges, and the many more to come,
going to jail,
due to the good work and collaboration between our officers, the Organized Retail Theft Crime Task Force, the State's Attorney Office, as well as other law enforcement partners across the region. They followed every lead and utilized every tool at our disposal, including technology resources such as license plate readers and pod video cameras to track these offenders. We have doubled down on an all too important partnership between law enforcement, the state's attorney, and the state's attorney's office and the business community. Local businesses are steadily working side by side with the Chicago Police Department. We share the same goals of ensuring residents and visitors can patronize any establishment without worrying for their safety. The department also works to maintain open communication, advise on safety measures, and other strategies moving forward. Just as with every community, our collaboration with every business is key to our city and our safety. With that, I would like to turn it over to State's Attorney.
Okay, we don't need to hear from Kim Fox. I was down with the lady at first, but I don't know now these days, okay? All right, and good afternoon, all that have come in since we got started. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and press a little like button and then keep it moving, okay? Thank you so much. So our next story is a pregnant woman, brought to you by Fox 32 as well. A pregnant woman, she is found dead while under police custody. We didn't even know about it. That's what is even worse. So her name is London Marquez. They want answers. They want justice, and they're about to do an autopsy on that. So let's look at this story. It's Fox 32 and see what they say.
I don't care what you say. We need answers. Our family wants answers.
A family is pleading for answers after their loved one died in Chicago police custody late last month. COPA is investigating the circumstances surrounding the woman's death.
Casey Cronus is live with the latest. Casey.
Corey and Dawn, this marks the second time within 6 weeks that someone has died in the custody of the Chicago Police Department. In mid-December, 33-year-old Irene Chavez died at the 3rd Police District Station, and just over a week ago, London Marquez died in the custody of 11th District officers. Now her family is speaking out, demanding transparency.
I miss my sister so much.
Hand in hand, a family is praying for peace, sharing their grief and heartbreak over the loss of 31-year-old London Marquez.
Can you tell me how she died? What happened?
Pain, they say, is made worse by the circumstances surrounding her death.
Man, it's just been a sleepless week.
Marcus Marquez, who says his sister London was pregnant, tells us she was with friends in Humboldt Park on Thursday, January 27th. Not with her at the time, he doesn't know why, but says police ended up taking her into custody, where she later died. The Chicago Office of Police Accountability confirming in a tweet they are investigating the death of a civilian on January 27th while in the custody of 11th District officers.
No, we don't know where, we don't know when, we don't know how.
Loved ones and community members are now demanding transparency, calling for the release of dash cam, body cam, and district surveillance video.
This family deserves answers. They deserve accountability.
During a balloon release Sunday,
She was real lovable, you know.
family members shared how they hope Miss Marquez is remembered.
She was just one of those friends that everybody needs to have, that usually listen. You know, when you get stuff off your chest, she'll listen to you. You know, a lot of people really don't want people to solve their problems. Just need someone to listen. And that was her. She was that shoulder you can lean on.
CPD has directed our requests for comment to COPA. We reached out to COPA and the office of Mayor Lori Lightfoot, but have not yet heard back. The family tells us they plan to have an independent autopsy performed. Live downtown, Casey Furness, Fox 32, Chicago.
Yes, what you heard is factual. CPD is like their own gang within the law. Okay, so yes, it never said how far along she was. I just think it's unfortunate. How much is a pregnant woman doing if she's showing that she was that far along? They did something. We just don't know what. It's obvious that something was done or she was neglected in some type of way. There's no way that you just go on into custody and pow, you're not here no more. That's some old bullshit. If it ever was one, okay? Heart goes out to the family. I hope they get justice, okay? My condolences. And you know, I don't have really much to say about it because it's very unfortunate, a very sensitive situation. I just hope that they get the justice and the peace that they need as a family. So, our next story is about the Black Fire Brigade. I am familiar and I've met the owner of this not-for-profit. He's trying to reach out to kids to get them to get into the auxiliary of being a firefighter or EMT. So let's look at this. I believe this is also Fox 32.
Have you heard about the Black Fire Brigade? It's been around since 2018, offering free training for EMTs, paramedics, and firefighters. The nonprofit's motto, if you teach a kid to save a life, they'll less likely take a life. We say good morning to Lieutenant Quentin Curtis, the co-founder of the Black Fire Brigade, a 30-plus year veteran of the CFD. Thank you for your service, sir. Take me back to 2018. Why was it important for you to start this nonprofit?
First of all, good morning. It was really important because of the amount of gunshots and violence that I've seen throughout our community. And it came to a point where we needed to create change and not just talk about it, but actually do it.
And I know it was also important for you to, you know, add some diversity to the rank and file because people see leadership, people of color holding those positions, but I know you have been quoted as saying that's sometimes just window dressing.
Definitely. If you look at, we celebrate 150 years of the first Black paid fire department in the country. This year is 150 years for Blacks in the fire service on the Chicago Fire Department. And when you look at those sheer numbers, we're almost back to where we started 150 years ago. So we definitely need it. when you look at it overall, our numbers have dwindled so badly that change has to happen. And I know people see blacks at the top, but the downline, there is no downline ready to go. Even, I shouldn't say ready to go, because there's over 3,200 eligible members currently on the current Chicago Fire Department list.
Now, let me applaud you, because this program, since it started, 440 students have gotten jobs in the industry. That's just incredible. And again, it bears repeating, students pay absolutely nothing for this. You can provide the uniforms. Where are some of these young people working now?
So right now, the young people are working at every private ambulance company in Cook County. There's some on the Chicago Fire Department. There's some on the Chicago Police Department. There's some in the Cook County Sheriff Department. So our whole thing is public safety as a whole.
Lieutenant Curtis, I appreciate your time. We are out of time, but anyone who is interested in signing up for this program, learning more about it, can go to blackfirebrigade.com. Appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
If you are in the area and if you are interested in that, no kids that are interested in that field, please push them. Lieutenant Curtis, he is the real deal. He also gives to another philanthropic organization that I am affiliated with. And he's really nice, and he really does help the children. So I know sometimes we think about, you're not sure if you want to help people, whatever. But yes, he is the real deal. Hello, all that has come in. Hey, admins, how you doing? Thank y'all for coming in and supporting. Make sure you like, and share the video. So our next story is coming about our local people who likes beer. I know a lot of y'all like to drink and get your drink on. So we are talking about Black crafting beer, and there are little beer owners, craft beer ownership in the industry. So that is our next story here on down to Fox 32.
Shining a light on African American brewers in and around the city of Chicago.
While the craft beer movement is booming all across Chicago, there is one group that has been left behind. There are only 4 Black-owned breweries in the Chicago area. And now during Black History Month, they are banding together to try to grow their share of the beer business.
Fox 32's Dave Placco has their story.
We're checking the final color of the beer.
Beer comes in many colors, but not so much the brewers, which is why Sam Ross and Jay Westbrook are at Haymarket Brewery in the West Loop for a final check on a very special collaboration.
What do you want people to know about Black-owned breweries and brewers?
We're here and we make damn good beer.
But it isn't easy. Of the 8,500 craft breweries nationwide, fewer than 1% are owned by African Americans. Here in Chicago, there are just 4 Black-owned brewers: Turner House, Funky Town, Moore's, and Black Horizon Brewing in Willowbrook, the only one with a permanent location.
So we're 1% ownership. That doesn't mean that we're 1% customers.
So during Black History Month, Haymarket is hosting a residency for the Black Chicago brewers and others in the industry to collaborate, educate, celebrate, and most importantly, brew together.
I think the biggest thing is, lack of access to capital and a hesitance to jump into an industry that does not look like them.
The beer they've brewed is called Chicago Uncommon, a name that carries special weight.
This beer shows people that we are here, we are in Chicago, we're looking for the opportunity to make great beers and serve the people.
And like many parts of Chicago that are considered food deserts, there are also craft beer deserts.
Absolutely. Austin and South Shore and Grand Crossing, all of these places have craft beer drinkers as well, and they should be represented in the community.
Yeah, craft beer is for everyone, and it should be. It needs to reflect that.
Chicago Uncommon, that's the beer they brewed together, will be tapped at 3 o'clock here at Haymarket on Sunday. The public is welcome, and all of the Black-owned brewery owners will be here to celebrate. In the West Loop, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
I am going to go try to support them, or as a journalist, at the least, because I want to go support them as Black owners, any Black owners, okay? If they're trying to do something on the up and up, yes. Thank y'all so much for coming in and y'all compliments. I see y'all. No, I do not drink beer. Actually, You see me drink here, that's probably the most that I really drink in life. I've never been a drinker. Something about beer just tastes nasty to me. But I don't know what he was drinking was looking kind of good, like it was some juice or something. So I don't know, I might try. But I'm not a drinker too much at all. I've never been drunk before in my life. I think the other night I hadn't eaten. I might have gotten a little tipsy, but that's as close as I've come to it. So yeah, I'm not well versed in those matters, but yeah. I don't know about drinking something that color. It looked like it stains your guts. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all a mess. So see, let me find out Dita is a secret reader, okay? You and DT be coming with the heat. Our next story is located in Gary, Indiana. There was someone who was killed the other day, and they also shot an officer, and they had been looking for the assailant. So let's hear this story as well. Good old Fox today.
A manhunt
doing
tonight for
it.
a second person in the shooting of a Gary police sergeant. The officer is recovering tonight after being shot while investigating parking violations. That sergeant in stable condition at last check.
Casey Cronus live from the University of Chicago Medical Center with the latest. Casey.
Corey and John, that shooting sparked a massive investigation and search for those responsible. Multiple departments have been on hand to assist in Gary today as that sergeant is treated here in Chicago. On the ground and from up above, a manhunt was launched Monday in Gary, Indiana, after a 32-year veteran of the police force was shot on the job. Just before 1 o'clock near 5th and Lincoln, an officer reported witnessing shots being fired.
Sergeant Fazekas is in that area and observed a vehicle strike another vehicle.
That's when Gary Police Chief Brian Evans says Sergeant William Fazekas attempted to intervene.
Sergeant Fazekas activated his emergency light to engage the vehicle in the incidents. One of the suspects opened fire on Sergeant Fazekas and striking him in the left shoulder.
Fazekas, who is a member of the department's Violent Crimes Division, was taken to the hospital for treatment. Back in 2019, Fazekas, who was a detective at the time, sat down with Fox 32 for an interview to discuss a cold case. He joined the Gary Police Force in 1989.
I think it's important to note that these men and women place themselves and their lives in danger every single day.
Back at the scene, with help from neighboring departments, Gary officers and Lake County deputies scoured the area, where they found the alleged gunman just 2 blocks away in an abandoned home near 4th and Buchanan.
One male subject was taken into custody, and one person of interest is still at large at this time, and that is still an active scene.
The Lake County Sheriff's Department is leading this investigation. Police have not released details about the suspect who is in custody. That includes his age or where he is from. Reporting live from the University of Chicago Medical Center, Casey Cronus, Fox 32, Chicago.
This is sad. People can't even go to work without losing their goddamn life. If you don't know anything about Gary, Indiana, it's besides you just watch the Janet Jackson show, and it's the Jackson's hometown where they were born at. But shit, it's the reason why her ass ain't been back. Okay, Gary is not great. They need to do a lot of building. They do have a good handful of crime. I'm not gonna say it's like Chicago, but it's been abandoned. It was booming so much not too long ago, but now it's just not there, And I see y'all bragging about the weather. It's okay. But my heart goes out to the family. You out here trying to do right, and you just can't even have a life. And it just needs to be better than that. We need to be better than that. Okay, our last local story here is about our new mask mandate in Chicago. That's how they said. They said that over in Power. Chicago. It's so wishy-washy, but they so tight. They have kept us safe. I say that, but they are really tight. So now we have a different mask mandate that is coming forward from our great governor Pritzker, one of the richest families. I just found out that's one of the top 10 richest families, like in the world. at least in America. Jesus Christ. Governor Pritzker, Moneyback Pritzker, is giving us a mask release. So come on over here, Fox
Governor
32.
Pritzker is expected to make a big announcement today. And if you've been waiting for some kind of word about taking off those masks, this story is going to interest you.
Yes, we got Joni live right now with more on what could come with this announcement and whether or not, Joni, it means no more masks for school kids.
Good morning. Well, Governor Pritzker says the numbers are coming down. Doctors are feeling like it's time to start loosening those restrictions. Today, he's expected to give that detailed plan about loosening restrictions on masks. It's already happening in states like California and New Jersey. Those are states that have similar conditions. Governor Pritzker has said that a move toward change would be based on hospitalizations. The January surge of COVID caused the hospitals to fill with COVID cases in emergency rooms and ICU beds. A plan to roll back mask mandates is likely to be focused on public places, but the battle in schools is still affected by that downstate court ruling that challenged the governor's authority to issue a mandate. On Good Day Chicago, Dr. Mike said, it might be time soon to be able to give people a choice.
When are we going to say? For some people, it'll never end. Some people will always want to wear a mask from now on. I think that's not the right answer. And I don't think the answer was never to wear a mask. I think it's going to be an individual decision based on the numbers, community transmission, and the local environment that you find yourself in, and your health. If you're high risk, wear a mask.
Well, when it comes to schools, Governor Pritzker said that schools have to be considered carefully. He's still appealing that court ruling downstate, and so that will have to play out. But the plan will be announced today. He did hint that treatments, vaccination, and testing are all reasons to try to move forward. Live downtown, I'm Joni Lum. Now back to you.
All right, Joni.
All right, Joni. Joni does a good job. So, yes, they say 15 other motherfucking things every goddamn day. So, wear your mask. Okay, wear your mask. Okay, wear your mask, and do what you think you love to do. And look, I got my good old House of the Princess shirt on. Okay, you can get you one too. I haven't put these up for sale. I can do them. I might put them on for sale. But you can get the one, with your logo, with the actual logo on it, on sale at royaltybeautybrands.com. Go get you one. Go get you that merch, okay? Get you that merch. And guess what, y'all? That is the end of local news. Yay! I should give myself a clap, okay? But I'm not going to. Those who are tuned in tardy, but you're still here for the party. I am Princess AV. I am the leader of your news, the leader of YouTube news. I'm going to give me some type of moniker here. Going, the princess of the news. This is 50-50 news, 50% righteous, 50% ratchet. We get 100% news with a little twist of ratchet. Stories that you need to hear, you might want to hear, and that you love to hear. Please feel free to give a super chat, a Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Any type of donation is needed. Okay, it is needed because this girl needed and appreciated by giving to this channel and keeping me going so that I can give you content almost each and every day. Okay, reach out to my social medias here, and I always answer. If you have news stories, go ahead and email them to me. I got you on that too. So now it's time for guess what?
Worldwide and national news.
I'm trying. It's so short though. Yeah, so we got that little news thing going on. So now it's time for world news. First up, we're going to talk about, hey y'all. We're going to, and look, I got so many people over the pond and over the sea over here. Yes. Thank you so much. And look, before I hit it, there we go. I couldn't get to the next story. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Deborah Coin, your sticker is much appreciated. Okay. Oh, look, it's a little ducky. And look, I love me some band music, okay? And make sure, again, y'all hit that like button. Thank you so much for your support. So, as we go into world news, we do the woman of the world, Ms. Windsor. You know, I did not know, and I don't talk about me, okay? Don't judge me. Okay? I did not know the last name of the royals until like a year or two ago. Like it was fairly recent. And because we would talk about the queen, and Harry and Meghan and Kate and what's his name, William and Princess Diana. But I'm like, they just have first names. Like we don't never talk about their last name. And so I'm just recently found out their last name is Windsor. But also because I don't be caring about other stuff other than what's going on in my box. And I think we need to do better. So if somebody else is out there like me and didn't know the queen's last name is Windsor, there you go. The House of Windsor. So she is stepping down. You know, I talk about the queen. We love her, but she like 175 years old. And she's finally decided on her diamond jubilee of being queen for 70 years. Look, she been queen more than some people been living on this earth. That's how much God promises 70. And this woman been on the throne for 70. And she just now deciding that, you know, she gonna go ahead on and who she gonna get a crown to. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit because I was shocked when I heard that. We're going to talk about the queen, but I guess we got to acknowledge something before we get that is my love, California cutie. Hey, thanks for the info, princess. I really enjoyed this segment on your channel, smooches. Thank you so much, my love. Mwah. So let's talk about the queen. Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth as she makes a major royal announcement while celebrating her Platinum Jubilee. The 95-year-old monarch chose the landmark milestone to say it's her wish that the Duchess of Cornwall be known as Queen Camilla when Prince Charles becomes king. She would have been expected to consult with her direct heirs, Charles and William, before making such a major announcement. When the couple married in 2005, they announced she would be known as Princess Consort, despite having a right to the title of Queen. Well, that was due to the sensitivities surrounding the title, which was once destined for Charles's first wife, Diana. CNN royal correspondent Max Foster joins us now at Buckingham Palace in London. So, Max, take us behind this maybe surprising decision by the Queen.
Well, it's something I think that Charles has wanted for a long time. He wanted Camilla to be known as Queen when he becomes king. He wanted her crowned alongside him. And it's something somewhat controversial, as you suggested, because Camilla was seen as one of the reasons, of course, that Diana and Charles separated, and there is still a huge amount of Diana fans out there who just won't accept Camilla. So the Queen Elizabeth, is really stepping in here saying Camilla does have her support in being known as Queen. It's a reward, perhaps, for years of loyal service from Camilla to the Queen, but also a real gesture to Prince Charles's future monarchy, saying, I'm going to support the future shape of the monarchy that you're creating. And Camilla is definitely part of that. So the Queen really using her Jubilee Day, marking 70 years on the throne, to throw forward to the next monarchy. But again, we are taking stock of that incredible reign as well.
During her reign, Queen Elizabeth has celebrated 3 landmark jubilees. Silver in 1977, golden in 2002, and her diamond jubilee in 2012. This year, having already surpassed the record-breaking reign of Queen Victoria, Elizabeth becomes the first British monarch to mark a platinum jubilee. That's an unprecedented 7 decades of service. During her historic reign, she's appointed 14 prime ministers and met 12 US presidents.
I have been privileged to witness some of that history.
She's been a beacon of continuity through an unprecedented period of change, not least the media revolution. Her greatest achievement, perhaps, has been her ability to remain relevant and popular. Approaching her 96th birthday, for almost everyone living, she is the only British monarch they've ever known. With no plans to retire, a series of celebrations will take place throughout the year, culminating in the 4-day public holiday weekend in June, when the public can join the Jubilee-themed festivities. Expect blockbuster pomp and pageantry, street parties and parades, a concert with some of the world's biggest stars slated to attend.
There's going to be some surprises up their sleeve. Really, the palace are aware just as much as everybody, as this has been a long time coming. No one's really been able to party for quite a long time, so hopefully this is going to be a big party. COVID will be behind us, and people can celebrate outdoors and indoors in the way they like.
After one of the most tumultuous years in modern royal history, the Queen will be hoping to put the focus back on the future of the monarchy. The family have been engulfed by a series of rifts and scandals, but the institution still appears to project strength through its unwavering and revered figurehead.
So significantly, we do have to remember that when she came to the throne in 1952, it was really not a very enlightened time in terms of working women. A lot of people thought that a woman wasn't up to the job, despite the fact that Queen Victoria and all the queens before had been great queens on the throne. And she proved them all wrong, and really has proved over and over again that a woman can do the job of a constitutional monarch just as well as, if not better than, a man.
For the first time this year, Elizabeth will be without Prince Philip at a major royal celebration. The man who was by her side personally and professionally throughout her reign. Prince Charles will step in to play a major role, as will Camilla, William and Kate. They are the future and will be front and centre alongside the Queen. Perhaps we'll also be looking ahead to the next Jubilee, when the Queen surpasses France's Louis XIV to become the longest-serving reigning monarch in world history.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson is up and awake down the road here. He's just tweeted saying today marks a truly historic moment as Her Majesty the Queen becomes the first British monarch to celebrate a platinum jubilee. I pay tribute to her many years of service and look forward to coming together as a country to celebrate her historic reign in the summer. So the big celebrations will be in the summer, and there has been a very tumultuous period, not just in the royal family, but in British politics and with COVID, of course. And I think what the Queen is doing today, as she always does, rising above all of that chaos, showing continuity, showing a continuance of life, particularly when Boris Johnson is involved at the moment with so much chaos in British politics. Lots of people asking me, is she affected by all that chaos? She isn't, frankly. I think all it does is strengthen her position as a figurehead and keeping the ship steady, Kim. So a good day for her, but it's a very sad day as well because she's marking the death of her father, which is why we won't see her, possibly a photo coming out in the next couple of hours, but I think that'll be it.
Interesting. Listen, thanks so much for the reporting. Thanks, Buster. Really appreciate it. Now, earlier we heard from Royals expert Sally Bedell-Smith, who is also the author of both Elizabeth the Queen and Prince Charles. So here's what she said about the Queen's announcement about Camilla.
It's a very big deal. The Queen is nothing if not wise.
Y'all is cutting up in this chat.
She's also very sensible. And when Charles and Camilla were married in 2005, his advisors really sort of made a mistake. And I can understand why they did it, because there was still a lot of sensitivity about the Princess of Wales, about Diana. So to kind of ease people's minds, they said that when Charles took the throne, that Camilla could be expected to be something called a princess consort. There'd never been a princess consort. In fact, by law and by tradition, she would become queen in any event. But there was this ambiguity around it and this uncertainty. And I think a lot of people were afraid that when Charles actually did take the throne, that it could create problems. So the Queen, in something that was very unprecedented, made her very strong wish known that Camilla should be Queen Camilla. She should be crowned.
He's over there, gun in his
Oh,
right hand.
hell no.
He's on the second floor balcony. He's in here.
What's this about? I don't even know what this story is. Oh, yes, I do. Sorry, y'all. That took me by surprise. I thought she was supposed to say something else. But look at here, look at here, look at here. More look at here. That video was long. Okay. I guess what they're trying to do is change the traditional thoughts of the House of Windsor, the royal court. Yes, Camilla is the side chick. And if this doesn't let you know that sometimes people have hope, you know, dreams and hey jaded, then you too can put the pussy on them, okay? And you might be able to come up if you put it on the right man. You could come up. For years, they call her hoes and everything else, and they put her to the side. And y'all still up here dragging this girl up in the chat, Miss Camilla, okay? And so now she's going to be queen or queen consort, whatever the hell that means, when her and Charles get on the throne. But far as I'm concerned, Camilla looked like she 2 steps under the queen. The queen looked good for her age now. She's giving what it needs to be gave with her looking good, okay? For 175 years old, baby, she is carrying. But I'm going to tell you, Camilla growing old hard, and so is Charles. They look like they finna keel over before the mother queen will, okay? That woman came in office when my mama was born. Bitch, I won't call it bitch. I'm sorry for my UK people. I don't want to disrespect the queen. I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. So I'll take that word back. But, you know, these people is living hard. I don't know what the queen is doing, but her skin regimen looks a little bit better than what these whores is out here doing, okay? But what she must say is that no, she's not 175. She just said she's 95. But I mean, and the woman said, I have no plans to retire. I am going to keep all y'all in line until this goes ahead. She said, go. Yes, you can turn a hoe into a housewife. It's the cigarette tea for me. Y'all is crazy. We don't know the story of the side chick either. Do we ever know? At least I don't really know. Maybe, you know, they say Diana was dipping allegedly, or, you know, she was tired of Charles' shit. Okay. And there is a story. I want to watch a movie with Kirsten Dunst on Hulu. It's called Spencer. Apparently, she's nominated for some awards with her playing Princess Diana. Okay. It's all that cheating. So, you know, they said Charles, he's not, I don't know. I guess what's fine in other cultures and countries is different. It is than what's fine to me. Prince Charles and them have never been lookers to me. The only person that is a looker is Harry. Okay. As far as I can remember right now, he's more handsome than William. But Charles was out here in these streets, and Andrew has been over there with his friend Epstein, and you're going to be up there just like him in MCC. The Queen's husband, King Philip, for a while, I didn't even know she had a man, you know. He was in the background, baby. When he died, he almost looked like Skeletor, baby. He lived till he couldn't live no more. And that was a fact, okay? So, those people live very, very long. I think he was about 203 when he passed recently. So I think the Queen is looking like, okay, you know, I'm in here. Oh, it's Christian Stewart. Okay, thank you. I stand corrected. Until, you know, you start thinking like, well, I'm up in here by myself in this big, huge house, even though it's other people there. But she's by herself. She ain't got the love of her life no more. The business transaction of her life, however way they was moving. Okay. Then you start thinking, okay, I might want to go do something else. I'm tired of these people. My kids is cutting up. So let me get them in order, because Prince Charles been trying to get up in that seat for a very long time. And it must be a reason why that woman done sat on that throne for 70 years and won't bother to retire. She like, fuck all y'all. Go on, sit down somewhere. So it's interesting now that things that got so fucked up in the kingdom that she said, well, shit, I'll let the side chick, okay, bitch, you done 10 years of suffering. Go ahead, be queen, okay? Because I ain't gonna give no fuck no more. So I done let a blackie in here too and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I think they're trying to change. Okay. She been dipping them marmots. Not the tea. Camilla the Yelly. Oh, y'all is talking about this woman so bad. Charles is seeing her when he went into the military and she married someone else. Well, they missed that coon, okay? They tried. Scandal with scandal. He might not have wanted to marry Diana all that anyway. He knew it was the thing to do. Okay, so it is what it is. There's a lot of shit. Like, they love the scandal. There's a lot of shit going on. Some secrets in that house and some demons in that house. Child, I guess. Can we send Camilla to the Tower of... I would not come off of my chariot to throw tomatoes with you. We going to the next story because y'all gonna go in on this woman all day. All day. Sidekick. Yeah, who would have thought the side chick would have came up? But you still not like the original, okay? I guess Diana said, ring the alarm. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. Oh, yes, Diana was pretty. She was pretty. Queen Charlotte was the first black queen. Yes. Yes, y'all. I'm on to the next because y'all cutting up here. The next story, in fact, is a trigger warning. That's why I try to give us some light and some dark and some dark and some light. Okay. Use it on up. The next one is a trigger warning. Stop. Y'all is cutting up. I need you to call my job again. I'm trying to be on the south side tonight. Then say it's busting on Stony Island. Ooh, child. We on the ratchet side of the news right now. Oh, child. So, the next story is trigger warning. It is about a standoff and a killing over in it's Milwaukee, not far from here, Milwaukee area, in Brown Deer apartment building. So this is local news to them. That let me see, I had to search for this one because I got it in my email, but it's WISN News for this story. Come on.
He's holding a gun in his right hand. He's on the second floor balcony. He's going to be on the south side of the building.
3 people dead, 1 other hurt after police say a man opened fire at a Brown Deer apartment complex.
Upon our officers' arrival, they were shot at by a suspect from the second floor.
Tonight, police say the suspected gunman killed himself. This all started just after 10 o'clock this morning on Park Plaza Court near 66th Street and Brown Deer Road. Reports of a man shooting from the balcony quickly turning into a huge police response.
I still hear shots going off in the background of my call now.
We need additional squads. We got a shooter in the second floor balcony.
12 News Courtney Sisk has been at the scene all day. She joins us now live from Brown Deer. Courtney?
Ben, at least 3 people are dead at the Park Plaza apartment complex. Take a look now. This all started at 10 this morning, around 10 this morning. Hours later, they are still investigating. Police said the suspected shooter is one of the people who died.
Our officers, when they arrived, the suspect was on the second floor balcony, firing at our officers. They actually hit our canine squad. Thankfully, the canine was not struck.
Now, no officers were injured, and none of them returned fire. A 31-year-old man, 23-year-old woman, and 26-year-old man are dead from gunshot wounds. A 36-year-old man was also injured. He is expected to be okay. Officers believe it started out as a domestic dispute. They said there's not an active threat at this time, although they do continue to investigate. We spoke with one resident who said the suspect lived on her floor and her daughter was inside when it happened.
She actually told me that the shooter is on our floor and that he's on his balcony. So we just advised her to stay low, stay away from the door, stay away from the windows in the balcony. Yeah, and stay quiet.
And Ben, police do believe that the suspect shot himself. It's unclear at this time what his relation was to the other victims. They say he knew at least one of them.
And that investigation continues here into the evening. Courtney says live for us tonight in Brown Deer. Courtney, thank you. News Chopper 12 was above the apartment building as that situation unfolded. Here's 12 News' Matt Salemi describing the scene.
When we arrived here at the noon hour, there was already armored vehicles parked out front. A few minutes after our arrival, they rushed out a person from the building. A group of tactical officers was carrying the person in like a sling type of a blanket. They rushed it down to the curb and then transferred that person into an ambulance. And a short while later, they were taken from the scene. After that, a group of about a dozen more tactical officers went into the building, fully dressed in their tactical gear. And about 5 minutes later, they brought in a group of paramedics that all had tactical gear, helmets, and vests on. They were led into this door here on the east side of the building.
So here's where things stand right now. Brown Deer police say 3 people are dead. 1 other is injured after a gunman opened fire at an apartment building on Park Plaza Court. Police say the suspected gunman is among the dead. They say they believe he shot himself.
Look, that is a lot to deal with. I can't imagine you sitting up in your house and all this havoc is moving forth and folks is up here acting crazy. I'm sure that's a very scary situation to be in, to hear your child talking about, oh, they over here shooting. I'm like, well, what is you doing by the window, child? That's us. We naturally nosy, especially our kids. We breed them to be nosy like that. Excuse me, I just want a little volume. I ain't sprayed this wig or nothing, so I just wanted to give it a little zhuzh, just a little zhuzh while we up here. I'm getting my Becky on. Well, this is more, I don't know if it's a Megan or a Courtney type of thing. Yeah. Today. So she said, oh, wow. I wonder, was that her boyfriend? He made a live on Facebook. What is with the people got to go live before they do heinous shit? Something wrong with us in social media. Wow. And we are social media crazy. Really, we are. We have to, it's crazy. We got to do better. Got to do better. My condolences to the family. Mental health is important, folks. We don't pay attention to it, but mental health is important. So this next story is long. I'm going to try to play it all as much as I can. It's about former Vice President. What's his first name? Pence? Michael Pence? I don't know. Mike Pence. Mr. Shoefly, okay, is in the building. And he's denouncing Trump in so many ways. Well, Trump called him a pussy anyway. So that's, they get it. Yes, he did a live and it was her baby daddy. He killed her because she cheated on him. You ain't got to kill people because of that. No. And his heart was hurt. And that shows, I don't think he snapped just like that. That showed there was some Red flags, you went right through. And I don't stop cheating on people. Just let them know. Let them go. Give them their choice. Okay. Be in an open relationship. Something. Make arrangements. We be too ashamed. Some of us, you be letting them cheat anyway. Let's, you be in an honest relationship, a situationship. You can go fuck on Saturdays. I don't know, but we got to do better than this. We need to start being more honest about our wants and needs in relationships. Okay. I bred my dog to be nosy. Miss Sweetie Pooh. I know that's right. Baby is left without parents. Yes. Child, don't get me started. So let's see what Mr. Fly Mike has to say over here down to the CNN.
Who believe that as the presiding officer over the joint session of Congress, that I possess unilateral authority to reject electoral college votes. And I heard this week that President Trump said I had the right to overturn the election. President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election. The presidency belongs to the American people and the American people alone. And frankly, there is no idea more un-American than the notion that any one person could choose the American president. Under the Constitution, I had no right to change the outcome of our election. And Kamala Harris will have no right to overturn the election when we beat them in 2024. Look, I understand the disappointment many feel about the last election.
Not just you, fam.
On the ballot.
Just you, fam.
But whatever the future holds, I know we did our duty that day. John Quincy Adams reminds us, duty is ours. Results are God's. And the truth is, there's more at stake than our party or political fortunes. Men and women, if we lose faith in the Constitution, we won't just lose elections. We'll lose our country.
Well, that was monumental.
The former Vice President, Mike Pence, there saying something that we have not heard him say before. President Trump is wrong. I had no right to overturn the election.
We have not heard, as you said, Vice President Pence speak, I think, this fulsomely, this strongly about, we know that he had at one time what he considered a close relationship with President Trump. And he rarely speaks against the president. And to hear him say President Trump is wrong, it was also interesting, the setting, the Federalist Society, they didn't boo, there was silence, but they are applauding him at other parts where he's talking about his allegiance to the Constitution.
Yeah, he certainly got an applause line when he said that Kamala Harris will have no right to overturn the election when we beat them in 2024. But I'd love to know some color inside the room, what the reaction was when they heard that from the former vice president. Let's bring in now CNN chief political analyst Gloria Borger, Bill Kristol, editor-at-large of The Bulwark. He is the director of Defending Democracy Together, and CNN political commentator Margaret Hoover, host of PBS Firing Line. Gloria, first to you. Now hearing this 13 months after the former president said that he indeed had the right to overturn the election. The significance of hearing this from Mike Pence.
Well, it's enormous. This is the first time we've heard the former vice president say directly that his former boss, whom he supported for his entire term, and say, the president is wrong. I had no right to do what he wanted me to do, and so I didn't do it. Instead, I adhered to what the Constitution told me to do. And he used Justice Scalia and said, quoted him and said, our elections are run by the states, not by the Congress. And I think it's remarkable. And, the question I have, and of course it was a more receptive audience at the Federalist Society than it might be among some in the Republican base. But I think this is a rift with Donald Trump. It is now broken. It is not going to be repaired. He has decided to go his own way. And the question I have really is whether it means he's actually going to run or whether it means he's actually decided not to run and doesn't really have that concern as much about the Republican base. So we'll just have to see how it plays out, but it is remarkable. It is the first time we have really heard the former vice president say anything more than, well, we don't see eye to eye on that day.
Bill, he went even further. He said,
I'm not going to play this whole thing because I don't care about their banter, okay? But finally, you know, they be doing fuck shit behind the scenes, okay? And then they don't want to tell us. And then I noticed for the longest, as Trump was running, everybody was scared of him. And half the Republicans don't even like his ass. But they are gangsters and they have loyalty amongst them. And so did Mike Pence. I think that Trump made a fool out of his silly ass plenty of times. And he was just like, let me stand tall in a unified front. And so finally he's growing some balls and he's doing some shit on his own. No, I don't think he's going to run for president, but he said we. Okay. It wasn't so hard for him to say former presidents that acknowledge him as president. Ooh, he is now past tense. Yeah, but he is mad. He gonna try to fix that against Biden. Like to the day he died, he's salty. So you think he gonna steady let that slide? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The next story is, I have notes. It says Haus. Oh, that's what we're gonna talk about. So now, since we've been in the panorama of the pandemic, they're saying on CNN that now we should build our houses differently. Now people are requesting to build their houses differently, okay? So now we're going to hear that little background story from the good old CNN News. Look, I just pressed the forward button. What is she doing?
I want nothing to do with your open concept layout from now on. Our house is pretty crowded. Our living rooms kind of been taken over by workspace.
During the pandemic, people are spending more of their waking hours at home, stress testing houses everywhere and causing people to reassess what they need from their home.
Doing at-home workouts, ceiling isn't that high. I've hit the fan a few times.
A survey from furniture retailer IKEA found 60% of people have had to significantly change the way their home is organized to do the activities they want or need to do at home. In Pittsboro, North Carolina, Garmin Homes built a concept house based on survey results from 7,000 people to better understand what consumers wanted from their homes while living in a pandemic.
Interestingly enough, the number one definition of what home means to consumers is safety. So we designed a vestibule. We outfitted it with a glass pocket door to sort of shut off the space from the shared space of the home. So you could actually greet someone at the door, but they didn't need to come through to the rest of the shared space of the home. Right off of the kitchen, I called it a Zoom room. We located a desk at standing height across from a window, so it's flooded with natural light. It has bookshelves behind you, so if you were Zooming, you'd have an appropriate background.
The home includes a second refrigerator, spacious bathrooms with separate amenities for parents and kids.
It's the lockers in the bathroom for me.
I call it the room of emotional requirement. We realized that during the pandemic, and the consumer research really points to the fact that there's no escape from all these people that you love so much. But what if we really prioritize the health front and center for the occupants of the home?
We are both working remote 100%. Now we can move anywhere, we can live anywhere.
Homes are undergoing so much change that even HGTV has adapted its programming.
We really want our own office space.
That has to happen.
We both work from home a lot.
We're all living in our homes differently. I mean, the past 2 years have changed everyone's perception of a home. It's not so much a place where you go to retreat. It's a place where maybe you've had school or maybe you've had an office, because that really resonated with everyone during the pandemic.
I'm standing in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama for HGTV's hometown takeover.
So many people, when quarantine hit, left big cities and they went out to the country. They went to small towns. They bought little farms. You know, they really changed the way they live because they can work differently now. I think it's made a lot of people realize
the value in small town living and what's available out in small towns, both from a real estate standpoint and just a lifestyle standpoint, I think you're going to see that reflected in our programming much more.
We are going to actually spend that extra $4,000 that we won last week on amazing screened-in porch.
All those sort of taking your inside activities and moving them outdoors, that's a huge trend right now too. 3-season rooms have become incredibly popular. Outdoor dining, outdoor fire pits. So many people are living outdoors because that's what a lot of people have been doing. And it's a great way to entertain. It's a great way for kids to have their friends over. But yes, anything that the real world is undergoing as far as, you know, buying or selling real estate or renovating real estate, it impacts us as well.
All right. I really, come on, shush. I really like that. The outdoor room, especially with my allergies, and you know, you get flies and stuff, or you know, leaves fly on you, and you can be outside without being outside in the elements, and you still in the house. So you might want to, you know, wear your little booty shorts, your t-shirts, and your panties on, and you still be in the house if can't nobody see on the inside. Okay. I like that whole concept, and you can still get some fresh air, but still have some privacy. And it's the escape room for me. It's like, I don't even want to be bothered with you so much that they had that whole room door. Like, you know, it looked like a safe. You know, I understand needing your privacy. Hell, I just go in my room and close the door. But that was deep for me. Just to have the secret room so much, you know, padded or whatever, like just because I needed a place to decompress. That's a lot, but I don't like the concept of that glass window right there on the side of the door. Okay, because that means you can see in my house. Like, what's on the other side? See, I want some two-way mirror type shit, you know, so that you can't look right into my house. But there are a lot of concepts about the house that I did like. It's a beautiful house. It's just an interesting thing to think about, the, you know, the desk and the Zoom room and stuff, that everything is already ready. So that's a warning, number one, but it tells you, it makes you think about just how much our world has been changed since the pandemic. Excuse me. Hey, how y'all doing? We have one more world news story left, and that's in Minneapolis. The police over there in Minnesota is policing again. That's all I got to say. Okay, we over here. I don't even know what news channel. I forgot, child. Let's go.
Demand for transparency after a Minneapolis police officer shoots and kills a man authorities say was armed.
Jen is here with everything we need to know. Good morning, Jen.
Yeah, good morning. So these community groups want MPD to release the body camera footage from this shooting immediately. We still don't know at this point what led up to the shooting. What we do know is that it happened yesterday morning in a downtown Minneapolis apartment when MPD was executing a search warrant for St. Paul police to help with a homicide case. That's when police say officers encountered a man holding a gun. An incident report described the mission as a high-risk warrant entry. MPD says that gun was pointed in the direction of officers, leading police to shoot. They identified the officer as Mark Hanneman. MPD later released photos of the gun they recovered. The interim chief says officers used a key fob to get into the apartment and announced their presence.
They loudly and repeatedly announced police search warrant before they crossed the threshold into the apartment and ongoing as they made entry.
Are any of us surprised? No, we're not surprised that the culture within the Minneapolis Police Department has not changed.
Several community groups identified the man killed as a young black man. Meanwhile, we still don't know what police were looking for when they executed this search warrant and whether the man killed was at all involved in that homicide case.
All right, thanks, Jen. Both of these stories will be developing for several days. Make sure to check out care11.com and all our social media for updates.
Thank you, Care11. Okay. Damn. Thank you, Care11, for the news update. I don't know, you know, will you sit up here and you gonna fucking come in my house with a key fob, especially after if I did something, you know, they never said that he really did anything. You coming up in my house with a key and I'm holding, you know, and what's, you know, what's the issue? I might try to hurt you too. You know what I'm saying? But and all they could say, he's a young black man. So was he a fucked up young black man? Why are y'all not saying anything about this person? You know, this is some crazy shit. This is another one of those stories where something in the milk ain't clean. It's just not. But they probably came in at guns ablaze. They probably said gun, pow, 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 pow. No, because that's what they've been doing. So that's what I imagine probably really happened. But we'll go to the next one. So thank y'all so much. If you are still in here, if you just got in here, please know that you're watching 50/50 News with Princess AV. Okay, please reach out to me, my social media over here, and get in my group in Facebook. That's my Facebook page. I got all kind of stuff, content I'll be rolling out. I'm trying to keep up with all this stuff. Okay, you got stories, send them to info at the House of Princess. Also, you can use that for the PayPals if you want to PayPal me. And I'll give you the Zelle email soon. It's princessn2k@gmail.com. And also, you can Cash App and Super Chat the channel. It is all greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So, guess what we are at? That is all for world news. So that leaves celebrity news. Yes, that's where we are. Thank y'all so much for being here. It wasn't even the person that we're legally looking for per his family. He legally owned a gun. Yes, yes. So somebody is going to pay. Somebody's got to pay. Okay, got to pay. But they had a warrant, so they're going to really try to play that up for the courts or for the situation. Like I said, we shall see. So our first celebrity news. Okay, and let me stop sharing. Thank you so much, cuz. Let me share this one where it said I have a oh shit, they let us use extra cam that StreamYard over here upgrading, honey. We don't want to share that. We're going to share Nelly. I have not seen the sex tape. Nobody has sent it to me. I usually get a hold of all the sex tapes eventually as they come around, but I have not seen this sex tape. Nelly allegedly, well, not allegedly, but they had said that he showed his penis wing on the daggone internet and then pulled it back off. And they said he wasn't working with the hammer, that he might have had a little nail. But, you know, I don't know. He ain't never appealed to me to just have no BDE, but, you know, that's the word on the street. I'm not saying yay or nay, but they say it was just lackluster. Hey, Robin, I can't send it to you. I haven't seen it. I got hold to it too late. Somebody got it, gonna send it out. You know, screenshots of our mother. But apparently he was giving a little head. It's still on Twitter. Let me look. I knew I can't show it up on this show. I have to show it in the privates. Okay, let me look up, see what I can see. Okay, meanwhile, we have this story. Y'all so bad. We have this story. I'm going to read it to you. I wrote Belly, not Nelly. Nelly sex tape. Is that what you put on the internet, on Twitters? Ooh, they got all kind of stuff where people is like, no. No. I'm not seeing it. It's going to take me some time. Oh, shit. Is something coming through here? Let me find out. What did I just see? Hello, Princess. Sorry for dropping late. Now they got a sex tape. Oh, here it is. Ooh, child. I can't show this. But how do we know that's his peen? Oh, because it was on his Instagram. But how do we know it's his, though? I hope I don't get fully demonetized from this. This ain't his wife or his woman. Ain't he still with his woman? Now that's his voice. It is little. But she's trying to act like it's bigger. Maybe from this angle, maybe, but it don't look, because her hand is there, but she got her hand on it, but she's not like. You know what? This is why, it's shit like this. Don't damn, turn it on. You do not videotape yourself doing this kind of stuff. No shade to whomever is doing this. But child, let me put this in the collection. You do not do this because I want to know. Oh, you can't even. How do you accidentally put your sex tape on Instagram? Okay, so I be trying to do these reels and shit, and you gotta go through a lot of stuff to put the shit on the internet. Okay, you got to press the picture. And then it's going to ask you what color you want the picture. And then you got to press next. And then you got to put your little hashtags and caption the video. And are you sure? And all that shit. And then it goes through. So you did all that on accident. And you probably got an iPhone, which you got to do face recognition and or put in the code in order to get that shit on Instagram. I'm just saying. That's a whole minute video. So then it took time to upload to the motherfucker. And he was coming down from the clouds with this video, honey. I had to show that in a private, okay? I'm not feeling this what he's saying. So now that I've seen the video, thank you for that person that was on it. Yeah, it's about average size. Yeah, he ain't big. She was like this. She was like this. Like he ain't serving. I'm finna take your uterus out. Okay. That's what I'm finna make you walk funny. He's not giving that. Okay, but it ain't 3 inches. It's just, I hope you can do well with what you have, sir. So let's look at this article. Brought to you by the Daily Mail. You might have good tongue action. I don't know. Nelly issued an apology on Tuesday after a sex tape he was in was posted to the Instagram stories. And now it was in the Instagram stories. That's even worse. It's harder to do that. I sincerely apologize to the young lady and her family. This is unwanted publicity for her and them. The Grills artist, 47, told TMZ. This was an old video that was private and never meant to go public. How old was it, sir? You was just halfway married to Miss Jackson. I'm just saying. The clip involving the rapper, whose real name is Cornell Errol Haynes Jr., was captured by a number of users before it was deleted. His face was not visible in the clip as he was receiving oral sex from a woman, but he could be heard in the background. Reps for the Air Force One performance told the outlet that they were concerned that hackers broke into his personal data and that fertile sensitive details, including personal information, passwords, and financial documents, could be leaked online. The clip, which spans less than a minute, garnered a number of responses online, with some users making remarks about his anatomy and the sounds that he was making. One user shared a gift of Drake showing lack of interest in the smartphone video, writing, "Me scrolling Twitter looking for this Nelly video y'all talking about." Another user referred to Nelly's 2002 hit Hot in Here, writing, "Now, Nelly, it sounded like it was getting real hot in that video," with 3 laughing emojis. Journalist Marielle Sanji wrote, "Remember that the woman in the Nelly video didn't give consent for the video to be shared, so maybe don't share it." Nelly made headlines last month after he was critical of a series of shots Madonna 63 shared to social media donning lingerie. Nelly wrote in the comment thread that some things should be just covered up, and recently received a chilly response to his comments, with social media users calling him out for his words aimed at the material girl. No, hold on. Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Look, Madonna, that shit ain't worth being seen anyway. It should be covered up. And whoever doctor messed her ass up in a literal sense, they need to have retribution for that, because that shit looks a whole fool. And lady, you old as fuck. Just, it's time to sit down. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anywho, shouts out to Madge. Nelly emerged on the charts with the 2000 hits Country Grammar, Hot Shit, and EI, as he had his and EI, and has had his hits in subsequent years with songs such as Dilemma featuring Kelly Rowland, Shake Your Tail Feather, Over and Over featuring Tim McGraw, and Just a Dream. Those are the tweets. Okay, that's it. They want to share the tweets. I don't know what y'all out here in the chat is thinking and is saying, child. How tall is he? I've heard he's fairly tall, like 6 something. That's what I heard. Okay. Tease you a little bit. He said, "Oh, it's crazy. All he's doing getting service." Yeah. But his thing wasn't thinging. It was thinging. It wasn't thinging. Okay. I done seen some things. Okay, I've seen them. But his was like, I could play it again. It was like, okay. Yeah, I would have to, put my 2 fingers across the situation. I'm not going to get demonetized for showing y'all this sex tape. But yes, he's getting oral pleasure in the video. I've seen just about all of them. 5'8", 5'9". Yeah, I was like, I thought he was close to 6 feet, something like that. So yeah, I guess he doing what he do. Ain't nobody complaining about it. Ashanti stayed with him for a while, and then Miss Jackson. So I guess he do what he do. It ain't always about the size, but yeah, y'all called the man Vienna sausage. I really was looking for like a little one, but she had a little extra room, about this much room after she put her mouth on it. So she had a mouth all the way down, and she had a mouth and a hand. So that's, yeah. She wasn't two-handing it. She was half-handing it. She didn't even have it like this. She didn't even have the firm grip. So y'all got an idea of what he's working with. She didn't two-hand. She didn't one-hand. She half-hand. She had it like this to kind of hold it up and guide it to get to doing what she needed to do. No gag. No gag. No gag. Y'all heard it first over here. A half hand. She had the steady. It was steady. Dita, I'm not doing this with you today. She's steady. The next story going to today. Let me get this off my shit. Oh, child, and share the right video. The next story is Kylie Jenner, okay? Where is it? Okay, Kylie Jenner allegedly had a baby this week. Okay, and we're gonna talk about it over here. Where are we going? Is it E News? I think. I don't know. Entertainment Tonight. They don't really strike me, but we're gonna put this good old fair use commentary across, and let's see what these folks is saying. I'm rolling out. It's your demonstrate. It's the accuracy for that. No, it was not a deep throat. It was not giving deep throat. It's giving still hungry after dinner. Yes, CC, I will send you the link to the video. I found it on Twitter. It's on the Twitter. Let me go back. Pause the video. Okay, it's on Glock Topics, okay? It's on it. If you can see it. Oh, wait, let me move this out the way. Hold on. Move that out the way. It's on Glock Topics. Okay. And I will send it. It's on Glock Topics. If you have a Twitter, you can go over there and see what's going on. Okay. There you go. Now don't forget to come back to the channel, okay? Are you over there looking? Okay, let's see what we're doing over here. Can we add it to the stream? Yes. What we're doing over here with Miss Kylie Jenner and her baby with Travis Scott. Okay, I didn't want to get them mixed up because him and A$AP Rocky and all of them look the same. Travis Scott. Here we go.
Kylie Jenner is officially a mother of two. The 24-year-old gave birth to her second child with Travis Scott. The two, who have been in an on-again, off-again relationship since 2017, are already proud parents to 3-year-old daughter Stormy Webster.
Stormy excited to be a big sister?
She is very excited to be a big sister.
We first learned Kai was pregnant again back in August. Stormy broke the happy news to Grandma Kris Jenner.
What do you have for living? Oh, what is this? Are you pregnant? Stormy, we're gonna have a baby. This is one of the happiest days of my life.
Meanwhile, a source confirmed the makeup mogul's pregnancy to ET, explaining that Kylie loves being pregnant and enjoyed her last pregnancy out of the public eye. The source added that Kylie wanted to have that same experience this time, but says it was not the best kept secret.
What's your biggest pregnancy craving right now?
Frozen yogurts and In-N-Out, always.
So unlike Kylie's first pregnancy, she owned this one, flaunting her growing bump on social media and all over New York Fashion Week.
The first one she was worried about being talked about.
The reality star also opened the door, bump on full display, for Vogue's 73 questions.
Hey, Kylie, before I go, I want to ask about your pregnancy. Congratulations. We're so happy for you. Do you have a name picked out?
Well, we need to find out the gender first, and we decided to wait.
In August, a source told ET that having a second child was always part of Kylie and Travis's plan, adding that they've, quote, always wanted to give Stormy a sibling.
Are you ready to go to Mommy's doctor?
Honestly, you're days away. A couple of days away from heartbeat.
As for Kylie and Travis's parenting style, the source says mom is super hands-on, and dad loves spoiling Stormy. According to our source, they both plan on doing the same thing with their new little one, and the whole family is thrilled about this new addition. Travis previously opened up to Ellen DeGeneres about how Kylie's mama helped them through Stormy's birth.
Now, Kris was here the other day, your mother-in-law, and she said that she helped deliver Stormy.
That is a fact. That is a fact. She was like walking me through this whole process. It's like this thing called like the placenta that I've just been hearing about.
So you ain't learned that in health class,
So I
nigga?
was like, I was fearful of that, but I cut the umbilical cord and she held it down. Mama KJ, she's the best, man.
We can only hope that things went a little smoother for the father of two this last time around. Congratulations to the new family of 4.
Thank you, Entertainment Tonight, for that lovely story. Uh, you know, them Kardashian girls, they love them some dark skinned meat. Okay, and I think they choose people to have their babies. One thing I will say, they might have their horror phase and do a lot of horror shit from time to time, but they do know how, if they pick a loser ass baby daddy, to have all their babies in one house. Okay, we might talk about the horishness, but they know what to do. They put the coochie on them. That even if they go away, they come on back. Like, give me my baby and fill my womb. Courtney don't give a shit about Scott, but she got his 3-4 kids. Okay, I done lost count. Kim and Kanye dogging each other in the media right now, telling their business that they should not be telling and fighting in public. This is sick. But guess what? He came back at least 4 times and shot the club up. Then we got Chloe with trash ass Tristan. They probably gonna have 3 kids together when it's all said and done. 2 babies by him. I guess. Did she ever get pregnant the second time? I don't know, but he got 3 babies all over the place anyway. But she wanted a second baby by Tristan. I believe she might be pregnant. And then you got this here, Kylie. Okay, she got 2 babies by that same critter. Now, what's the other one? Kylie and Kendall. Kendall, the one over Kylie. On cases, too much. Kendall said, hell no. To the no. Okay, she's over there modeling. And she don't want none of your damn kids. Okay, I'm gonna be the rich auntie for now, and I'm gonna make it do what I do, and keep it going. Okay, no, you didn't catch a thing talking about. She said mother-in-law. But yeah, happy family, happy for you. God bless you. Keep it going. She got all kids by 30, so by the time she's 50, she can go back to Thoughton again and living her life. Okay, and I'm here for it. Okay. So once more again, we have to talk about this racism topic in the media with Joe Rogan. Spotify don't want to lose their biggest customer. So they're trying to choose between, do we like the black people and cater to them and the COVID people, or do we let go of Joe Rogan, or do we keep him? So they're saying that we put them in between a rock and a hard place. So this story is over here at Fox Business. Let's see what these folks are over here talking about. You leave my Kanye alone.
About Spotify for keeping Joe Rogan's podcast. Ashley, who said what? Well, you know what? It's finally some support for Joe Rogan, and I'm going to get to that in a minute, but I just want to point out that during the earnings call, CEO Daniel Ek acknowledged the Joe Rogan controversy right at the very beginning, and he described it as a learning experience. But he also added he was proud of the steps the company had taken to install new policies, saying in part, quote, while Joe has a massive audience, he's actually the #1 podcast in more than 90 markets, he got in a plug, he also has to abide by those policies. Now, the streaming company reported a healthy 16% increase in paid subscribers for its premium service. A total monthly active users also jumped 18% to a record 406 million. Now, Spotify didn't say whether the growing list of artists boycotting the site is hurting business, but to your point, Stu, in recent days, Rogan has gotten support from actors like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that's a big one, Kevin James, the King of Queens, and as well as singer Jewel. Now, Spotify did say that it will end the first quarter with 418 million total users, 183 million paid subscribers. Sounds good, but it's less than forecast. That spooked investors. The stock plunged more than 20% in after-hours trading, and it's hurting the stock again today, down nearly 17%. It also overshadowed the fact that actually Spotify's results for 2021 beat all expectations. But perhaps critically for the company, so far there have been no reports of major advertisers jumping ship.
especially, of course, with Joe Rogan generating more than 11 million daily listeners. The advertisers love that. At last count, Spotify carries 3.2 million podcasts. That number is growing. Imagine that, 3.2 million. Part of the company's plans is to make Spotify the largest audio platform in the world. The CEO says the company already has a sizable content moderation team in place, saying we've taken action on more than 20,000 podcasts since the start of the pandemic. So that tells you something about the scale of this operation. But as always, the key is gaining more customers. And even though Spotify says ad rates are going up, that won't matter if the company doesn't attract more users. So the big sell-off today, Stu, is more about disappointing guidance than anything else.
Got it. Ashley, thanks so much indeed.
Man, they can go to hell with that foolishness, okay? He said he's sorry. He's sorry, okay? And because he said he's sorry, they took down all of the podcasts where he spoke racial slurs. That's just supposed to make it okay. It doesn't necessarily just make it okay. Y'all saying y'all coming after the other channels that have done this, but most of them are lesser channels. They're probably much smaller channels, okay? You cannot sit and spread racism. And yes, The Rock did take away his support, because that video was made like today or last night, and I saw The Rock days ago say, "Oh hell no, I'm sorry, this is not giving what it needs to be gave, and we're not getting with this." So they need to use that to give him some leverage. But wrong is wrong. It's wrong. I don't know if we should cancel him, but I do think that he needs some type of repercussion for what he has done and what he has said. And just sitting there saying, "I'm sorry, I took it out," that doesn't, again, we have to have teaching moments, reparations. He sat in his whole apology and tried to explain away why he said nigger with a hard ER. It had nothing to do with nothing. Yeah, well, they're going to get Whoopi Goldberg because she's black. Okay, she blacker than black, and she sat up there with the white men. So, I'm not surprised. Our next story is, what are y'all right here? I don't even know. It's script. Let's find out what our next story is, because I don't know. Where's my mouse? How did I do that? Oh, Bel Air. That's what that says. So our next story is about they have a remixed and remastered version of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and it's just called Bel Air. If I have time tonight, I'm going to do a review of the show. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm going to have it out by this weekend. Bel Air is not a comedy. It's more of a drama or soap opera type of series. I was privy to see it early yesterday. It comes out on Sunday evening, I guess after Super Bowl, because I don't know how they're going to do both. But if you don't want to watch that in Puppy Bowl, go watch Bel Air. It will be on Peacock on Sunday. So let's do this little bit of story and see what they're over here talking about with the Bel Air.
Next up, Bel Air. We've got an exclusive first look at the upcoming series based on Will Smith's hit 90s sitcom, The Fresh Prince. The new show is set to be a dramatic reimagining of Will's journey from Philly to Bel Air, and the trailer gives a peek at newcomer Jabari Banks as he steps into Will Smith's former role. And for the first time, we're going to meet the cast playing his upper-class California family. Here's a look.
Yo, Uncle Bill! I can say what's all there. Yo, is this really baby Epsy? Come on, where come on. Oh, damn. How you been? You know, driving. I hope one day we can talk about why you're really here.
That is not the Fresh Prince I like it, though. There's cars in the soundtrack, a little dark. What's going on there? You know it's going to be good because they're airing this. There's going to be 3 episodes. It's called Bel Air. It's going to premiere on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, wow.
That means it's good. That's February 13th, of course, on Peacock.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
So why can't people leave original programs, movies alone? So and I felt that, and I was very skeptical about watching it when I finally heard, and I got the email about it coming out. I think I had heard rumblings about them coming out with the Fresh Prince, and I was like, y'all ain't got no damn new ideas. Like the fuck. I don't know why it's choppy. The StreamYard is messing up, and I'm gonna have to put it up again. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, at this point it's StreamYard, and I can't really do anything about it. I'm looking at it, it's a little choppy. I just thought it was my other internet, so we're gonna have to move to it. But I was skeptical about watching because I felt that it was a remake. But I could see all your pixels. I hope it passed through. Yeah, but it was very different. And there is some reminiscence of the 90s Fresh Prince, but I can see why they call it Bel Air. It's the same characters, but it's not the same story per se. So they was pissing me off in the chat and in the video last night. Like the host was like, it came out in 90. And he was like, I wasn't even born yet. And I was like, well, damn you. You know what I'm saying? So they made me feel old. But to know that I was there for that era, and now that I can look back and see the new era, I can appreciate certain things about it. And then it made me go back and remember, like, before I do my review, I kind of want to watch the first episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air again. But the concept was brought up by a young producer director. He just made a concept video a couple of years ago. And Will Smith himself has picked up, and he is an executive producer of this show. Will Smith has given the show his blessing and worked with them on this story. So they have kept the authenticity of the story, and I don't want to go into it and give it away, but I think they did a good job, and I think it's going to be a show. So it being on Peacock, you can watch it just about at any time. So they're pushing it out on on Sunday. If you have Xfinity, I think it's still a deal where you can get the premium version of Peacock for free because you're an Xfinity customer, Comcast customer. So look into that and go check out Bel Air. Finally, in celebrity news, Sherri Shepherd apparently is being slated and considered to be the permanent host of Wendy Williams' show this season. The fact that Wendy Williams is out for the season is very, 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 very telling. And I'm a little upset about it. I miss Wendy, and it will no longer be the Wendy show. And it might be time for us to just let go of the Wendy show and do something different. So here we go. This is a story from like TV News Online. It'll come across the bottom of the screen. No copyright infringement intended. And I hope that y'all let me borrow y'all video.
And here's another question. Who's ready for 30 Rock's former Queen of Jordan to become the new queen of daytime TV?
I'm willing to start at the bottom. There's only one thing I won't do, and that's take orders from anyone ever.
Sherri Shepherd has been one of many revolving guest hosts during Wendy Williams' extended hiatus. But now, TMZ reports that she's nearing a deal to become the Wendy Williams show's permanent guest host.
But I'm going to need next week off to go skiing. What?
Williams stepped away from the show in October 2021, citing serious complications from Graves' disease and an aggravated thyroid condition. If Williams does not return, Shepherd could reportedly take over as the show's full-time host, complete with a change of the show's title.
It's my way till payday.
This fall marks the Wendy Williams Show's 15th season. Shepard, of course, has a long history on daytime TV. She served as a co-host of The View from 2007 to 2014. During that time, she challenged viewers by asking the difficult questions, including, is the Earth really round?
Is the world flat?
Is the world flat?
Yes.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I never thought about it, Whoopi.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus.
So, is Sherry Shepard really the right successor to Wendy Williams' daytime empire? Let us know your take in the comments. For TVLine.com, I'm Andy Swift.
Thank you, Andy Swift. I think she is doing a wonderful job. Some of these people on the Wendy Show, I just cannot watch. I'm going to tell you, them whitewash ass bitches. I mean, excuse me. I don't know why I'm saying that word today. I don't typically say it. Somebody must rubbed off on me. I like Michelle Visage on Drag Race. I like Michelle Visage in certain areas. Okay, what's Leah Remini was on the talk. Who watches that show? Hardly nobody. Okay, they talk about that show. So I did not like them for the Wendy Show, and they brought them back very, very much, and it just, to me, wasn't a fit, especially coming to find out Leah Remini saying she didn't even like talking about hot topics. We watch Wendy for the mess, period. Okay. A lot of people, were disserviced. Like, you watch for the mess. That's why a lot of us on YouTube won't say nothing except for the mess. That's what you're there for. Michael Rappaport, I liked Michael Rappaport. He is second in line behind Sherry Shepard as far as my pick of hosts that have been there. Now, Remy and Joe are doing a good job, but they just do good as a team in banter. I think Joe is really killing it, but I wouldn't see them on this show. I think Remy Ma does good because she's been over there at the Revolt TV station and on her own show with Joe Budden. So that gives her a more rapport of doing the host. That I would have liked to see if they had just given Jason Lee a shot. If they had just given him a shot, I would have liked to see what he did. But I think that he's probably too much out there for them in daytime TV, and that's why they wouldn't like him. Like, what kind of company am I keeping? What do you mean? She's so beautiful to me inside out. For the long run, just as long as they're black, because yes, that was the thing. Also, it was black representation is important in this situation. I think Michael Rappaport, he does great with the housewives and all that good stuff. So maybe they need to start giving him a box, if not on the Wendy Show, but just any show where they give him a housewives, banter to give Jason a shot, especially since he and Wendy are friends. Yes, I think that maybe Jason, they are saying like he wasn't ready for daytime TV, but he's been on the Wendy Show. So I think that they just didn't want to give him a shot because he has gagging and stuff like that. I think they're scared of what he might do and say on the television, but I think he changed his mind and said he didn't want to do it. At first, he said he did back in October. So maybe he changed his mind. That could be true, but he said they wouldn't give him a shot. They said he wasn't ready. Rappaport killed King of Gorilla. He's lit. Yeah, I love Rappaport. I love him. Like, he can do Andy Cohen's TV show. Okay, Mike's face is best for late night, not daytime TV. Ooh, not zebra hair. And look, I just saw Higher Learning, that part of Higher Learning where he was like, white power. I was like, he was so little running through there and carrying on, but I think he's a good TV host. I think he does great. He's animated, but I think Sherry, out of everybody, she does hone into the show. She doesn't mind doing hot topics, and I like the quips that she comes. She don't have to be. She's not real messy, but she just give you just enough. And by her being a comedian, and having that comedic relief, she has something to add to the show. I hope my picture finally just got better, okay? Because it's stringy. So he wants his own show. Well, he has his own show. I guess he wants his own show in the mainstream market, but he has it. He's way ahead of the game than a lot of people are, but he has to make sure that he does the right deals with those certain people that are the gatekeepers. And keep doing his time. I think he's done marvelous. You see, my Miss Marvey, you back, you in the back. We want the mess. Sherry is friends with all the celebs, so the stories will be boring and fake. I don't think so. Wendy was friends with a lot of people, but she still brought the mess. What about Funky Dineve? You know, somebody like that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. But more important, I guess we can congratulate. I don't know what the fuck this is. Excuse me. We can congratulate. What the hell is Shikaman doing? Lord have mercy. Sherry Shepherd and what she is doing. Sherry ain't messy enough for the purple cow. We'll see. I don't think Wendy would. No, I wasn't gonna say I don't think she was that messy. I think she pulled back when she went to daytime TV because she was terrible when she was on the radio. Hey, we could do a fan driver. Who could host Wendy? I just don't think nobody can hold a candle to Wendy in the niche that she created. We'll never be able to substitute her. You just can't. She's an icon. Wendy and Sherry both got the letter P shape. Am I the only one who noticed that? I'm not going to do this. At least Sherry's titties is natural. Where's RuPaul? He can read that. RuPaul over there in his empire doing like 15 different drag race shows. I think a couple years ago, at one time, he had like 5 different shows on Logo. He is paid. He is booked and busy, okay? And doing live shows. All right, let's be done with the celebrity news. It's time for a couple of things. We're almost ready to get up out of here. We got some good old YouTube news. And let's put it up there. Oops, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. YouTube news. See? Okay, we got YouTube news. This next story is coming from CNN. A couple of months ago, I reported on some divers finding some bodies in their YouTube stars. Here is a video that recently came out about them finding people, places, and things on their YouTube channel. All right, here we go. Adventures with Purpose.
We call ourselves cold case divers. They're 6 feet in deep. We call ourselves, an underwater solar search and recovery dive team. We really don't know what to call ourselves. We have the ability to see underwater and find vehicles that others can't. All right, let me take the camera off and show everybody where the vehicle's at. So right now we're at 6 feet. Oh, we have a vehicle in here. We have a vehicle right here. We're doing something that nobody else in the entire world has been able to do for these families. Fingers crossed. That's what we're looking for. Today we're starting a new case in Lakeland, Florida, looking for Margaret Shoup Smith. She goes by Jan.
The group Adventures with Purpose started on YouTube in 2018 with a mission to clean trash out of rivers and lakes. But they started noticing the biggest objects polluting the waters were vehicles.
As we fast forward through 2019 and we're getting these 25 plus cars out of the river, a family from Warrenton, Missouri reached out to me and said, well, we see what you're doing with these cars. You have this ability to find them. You have this ability to recover them. We have a lost loved one that we believe is at a boat ramp in the Missouri River.
And that's when their mission shifted. Now, founder Jared Lysick, along with lead diver Doug Bishop and their production crew, travel the United States helping families search for missing loved ones when investigations by law enforcement have gone cold.
We can come in and we can help these families for no charge because we're utilizing Facebook and YouTube for the monetization.
So when a family member of missing 59-year-old Jan Smith reached out to the group, they towed their gear to Lakeland, Florida, and picked up the case.
This was April 2nd of 2021, so we're looking at just 9-10 months ago, driving a 2012 Kia Soul.
Yep, Kia Soul, 2012, green in color, and license plate JLQ-A90.
The group always notifies the local authorities when taking a case, and often collaborates with the local police when possible to get the most accurate information. Over the next 5 hours, the team used sonar technology to search many of the bodies of water near where they believed Jan to live. All came up empty until...
Oh, we have a vehicle in here. We have a vehicle right here. We have a boxy shape. We're looking for a 2012 Kia. It's a boxy vehicle, but then as we go over that object just a little bit further, we're able to identify, oh, there's the pickup bed. This is a pickup truck. So this is not what we're looking for. We marked the one location. We identified a second vehicle in here. Same thing. We come up on it. It's boxy. You're holding your breath. You're very hopeful. And then you identify it's another pickup truck.
Polk County Sheriff's Office, this is Haley.
Hi, Haley. Jared Lysick, Adventures with Purpose.
They reported the finds to the Polk County Sheriff's Office before packing up. Their last lead of the day ends without finding the missing woman's vehicle.
So even though we have not yet found Jan on our search in looking for her, we are giving her family answers as to where Jan is no longer. But I have to be able to look you, your family, in the eye and say, I am so confident in my ability to read sonar while I was on the water that I personally looked at it and I can say 100% in Crystal Lake, you no longer have to look.
Like that information is more accurate. It puts us in a better area.
Right.
Because
I don't think this is the last.
We found some new information out late last night as we were wrapping up with the sheriff's department. In that, we did not know that Jan, after she left Publix, she was in an accident 30 minutes to the north, and it wasn't even 30 minutes to the north, it was 30 minutes later, just north of the Publix.
Who knows where she went from there or why she was even up there?
The team divvied up new search locations. Their last effort? What looked to be a shallow pond at the end of a newly built housing community.
You never know unless you put a boat in, right?
Yeah. 6.5 feet.
That boat looks
7 feet.
skimpy as hell for all the big people in there.
Well, I was talking about a green car too, so it's gonna blend in with the.
Right there. Are you kidding me? We have a car right there. Yo, we have a car.
It's nasty.
Can you see the first digits of the plate?
JLQ.
We just found Jan. Her license plate is JLQ-A90.
I've had this feeling like if there is a vehicle in here, like there's no way it's anyone else.
It's a sense of relief. It's bittersweet, but it's honoring knowing that there's answers being provided through this.
A body was later found inside the car. A few days after the car was found, Jan's daughter Marley says she received a call from the coroner. The person in the car was her mother.
I have more questions than I feel I do answers. Mainly about what was she thinking, how was she feeling, because she was alone. Why did she kick out the window? Did she try to get out? Was she too panicky and couldn't think? A lot of those questions run through my mind. There's closure that she's no longer missing and she was found, but it doesn't make it any easier or hurt less at all.
That was a tragic accident Hold on. Let me pull that back so I can read it to you. This was a tragic accident, and our prayers are with the family. We are grateful for Adventures with a Purpose working, God darn it, with us in locating the vehicle. JD Judd, Polk County Sheriff. Can you also imagine living in the area and knowing that, there was a car in your little player, you finna fish or go chill or whatever, that somebody passed away in a pool? That's crazy. And then they have no explanation. But there's cities built over Black people. I probably like to talk about that one time. Good evening, Black Diamond. Okay. So I had that story, and one other story I have before we go is about, what's her name, TFN Bay and Tasha K and all, and Duty Low. I'm sorry, I haven't watched it. I can't. I remember discussing this story about him being a Pedialyte, a while back last year. Come to find out, allegedly she was lying about what was done to her child. I don't know who lies about this, or the child lying. And then they talking about how Tasha K talked to her. Look, Bishop is going live if he's not already live. Bishop is going live to talk about it tonight. There are other content creators that are talking about it tonight. You can go watch the video over on Tasha K. I just can't get into it. It's a trending topic, but something about this young girl screams, I want attention. The way they're doing it now, he's doing interviews on Hollywood Unlocked and all of this stuff. Right, reducing my trash intake. It just feels like it's some stupid shit. But I just wanted to mention it because it is trending. I hope to God, if this is the truth, that the child was not harmed. But just to say that a child is harmed, that's something horrible in itself. And whoever did whatever they did, some people capitalizing on the story in the matter that they are is not good. Also, go watch Lead Attorney. He has done a live about this. I haven't thoroughly investigated to say a bunch of stuff about it. Yeah, see, a lot of people think she lying or whatever. And it just sounds crazy to me, okay? That's an unfathomable act that, they were saying that happened to the child. Now they saying he didn't do it and saying this, like, pick a side. Man, I just but it is, again, a trending topic. It's something that might need to be heard if you want to go and hear it. Other than that, that is all. I have my YouTube news. Let's go. Look at here, y'all. If you haven't watched it on the short, watch now.
I'm looking outside my window. I try to see where my luck goes. I just don't know how it slips out. There must be some kind of black hole in this house. Every person could be you though. A pretty guy with a halo. But who am I kidding, please now?
Okay. I just gave y'all, served y'all a little something. I put that on Instagram. Monday. Okay, we're gonna have a good time on this channel. We're gonna have some activities and some games. I would love to do the Palace Connection if I can find somebody who's single and is ready to step up. I don't even have the women stepping up. And I'm gonna stop doing these activities with you, and y'all want stuff as memos. And look, I pay membership, and some people don't never do shit. Okay. I need y'all to step up as members. I would like to play Palace Connection. We need some couples and some singles to send their pictures in for living your best life. The cutest couple, the sexiest single. Look, if y'all don't participate, then I keep my money and my gifts to myself. It's less work for me, but I would like for y'all to participate and have fun. We're going to have fun Monday here at the channel on Valentine's Day. Okay, so you don't have to be alone. I will be here with you. Okay, thank y'all so much. You know, it's a good old Canva. It helps out with my live videos sometimes when I need to put something together real quick. So yes, other than that, all members, new and old, pinned to the chat is the Google form. If you have not filled out the new Google form, the new one, go ahead and fill that out so I can get some things going, get some stuff out to you. Fill that out, please, and let's make it rain and do good, because I want to do some things for my memos this year. So, and if I can't celebrate your birthday, if I don't know it, okay, I can't send you nothing if I don't know where to send it to. So there are things that happen with that. So I would appreciate if all members would fill out the new members form for 2022. Anyone who is a member and eligible for a discount, and I found out it's Duke and Duchess on hire, gets membership at not membership but discounts at Royalty Beauty Brands. It is posted in the community tab. Let me see if I can find this. If y'all can help Miss Jazzy Cuteness out, I'm going to put it in my community tab. Jazzy Cuteness wants y'all to love on her cat, and she wants you to vote for her cat in this contest. Excuse me, let me see. So I'm going to put it in the chat. She wants you to vote for her cat. America's favorite pet in this $5,000 prize. So I would appreciate you if y'all would go ahead over and do your due diligence. And I'm doing it right now. It's a few clicks away. And help her out. No, I don't. Okay. Help her on out over there with the cat. Okay. So y'all do that. Thank y'all so much for doing it in advance. Okay. So with that being said, I said we're going to try to run through it. This is a good time for us to get out all the time. Okay. Yes. You can vote free once a day. Look, and I want y'all to vote for me when I come out with this next thing. Y'all going to have to vote. And I'm going to need y'all to vote. Like you voting for somebody better than Trump. Okay. That being said, I think I've made all the announcements. If not, I will be back with you. You're definitely coming back to 50/50 News on Friday. Okay. Friday, February 11th. Come and see you. I'll be on other channels and things. I'm rotating. I'm getting sleepy. I got shit to do. Where's the cat link? It's in the chat. I will put it again, and I'm going to put it in the community tab as well. Okay, so thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me come before y'all and doing whatever I do, whether it be the news or anything else. Y'all don't have to be here, but y'all are. I hope if you off work, you had a great day. You have a great evening. If you're getting off work, God bless you. Go eat, go love, riding home. Thank you for coming. You have been here at 50/50 News with Princess AV. Let me put the banner up just a second. Where's the little gnat? Please, again, support the channel with Cash Apps, with Super Chats, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. I appreciate anything that you do for me. It is greatly appreciated. If you have a news story, send it to info@hausoftheeprincess. Maybe you want some advice and you want it read anonymously in the throne room. I will do that too, okay? And this is House of the Princess, is the Instagram and the Facebook, and Princess AV. So I thank y'all for following me and getting things cracking. I just love being here with y'all. And I thank y'all for y'all acceptance and peace being here. So y'all have a great day. Good night.